Well, hello, family. How are you? I am so freaking excited because we are going to introduce another speaker for the Be Run Live event in September 29th and 30th. And this guest that I'm going to interview, she not only is a dear friend, she has been such catalyst in my business. She is amazing at what she does. She's a serial entrepreneur. And I truly believe that for all the attendees at our event, she is going to be such a gift because she's going to tell you herself. Let's bring her live. Let's see. Hello, hello. There she is. Instagram always baffles me with like how people show up. Yay!
Hi.
Hello, Cassidy Arbeli.
Hi, everybody. Wow, I haven't gone live in so long. It feels a little weird.
Well, and I feel like you and me used to go live all the time, and it's been a while.
We're busy. We're busy doing the things.
I know. We're running businesses. We're making money. We're serving clients. We're like
the ponytails.
So Cassidy, introduce yourself first so people know who you are, what you do, and then we'll jump on all of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So like she said, my name is Cassidy Arbeli, and I help business owners with systems and processes so they can build a business to give them more time and financial freedom. And I'm so excited about BU Brand Live. I had my own conference last year. Ati knows, she was there. She's an amazing speaker, and it is one of the best things that you can attend and you can do to meet other people and give yourself a break to step away from doing all the things and learn so much and immerse yourself in all the things. And so I'm so excited for your event. I can't wait for it to happen. It's been on my calendar for a really long time, and I feel like I'm busy that weekend. Leave me alone.
Well, and you have been such an inspiration in so many ways. You know this, I tell you all the time, but not only just for the event, but really to run a business as a business. When we first met, like I was shooting for a long time, like I was in business, but I remember you and I sat down at lunch and you kind of broke down for me, like, this is how you create a system. I don't know if you actually even remember that.
I remember the lunch. That's all I remember.
It was so natural to you, and you were like, yeah, like sit down and write down all of your steps and write down like what if a person like asks you this or they tell you this or they tell you that. And it came so natural to you to actually explain how to create a system for a business, which in my mind was something so complicated.
Yeah.
So would you actually tell the world, because I mean, you say, oh, I help business owners do this and that, but like the truth is that you have all these different businesses and you have been able to scale and to grow because of systems. So can you speak a little bit to that?
Yes. So, people always say that I just like my brain works in a particular way. And to me, it's like, well, doesn't everyone's brain work this way? Like I'm like, this is just my norm and I don't know anything different. And I think that's what makes me have something special about me. And I can also come across and simplify things for people that make sense to them so they can take the tactical information I'm talking about and actually go and implement it. And I think what happens a lot is, I started working with small business owners to help them because my whole story is about how I started a business because I wanted to create a certain lifestyle and I wanted my business to help me do that. And instead, my business became basically jail, and I was handcuffed to my desk, and I was so burdened by this monster I built because I made it really complicated. I also didn't know what I was doing. I was trying a million things, and sometimes when it's hard, we think things have to be complicated. And one day I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is not why I started my business. And I started to just go back through and simplify and started tapping into that part of my brain that's like, let's systematize. Let's make this repeatable. Let's try to project and predict some of our results. Like if this is working, why aren't we doing more of this? Why are we making this complicated, right? And so I started systematizing my first business that I had started, and suddenly it was easy and I had more time and we were making more money and my team was having a good time, and I was hiring people and attracting people, and clients were just it was crazy how like really just systematizing and simplifying made everything better. And because of that, I was able to then the next year open another business and systematize that and use the same framework, and then did another business. And so now we have 5, and I don't work in all 5 every single day. A lot of them are based on systems. I go in and I tweak. I go in when we have something new and I create that system and process and hold everyone accountable. I teach people how to be really productive with their time. And one of my values for myself is to have time and financial freedom. So I help my team members also get that. That's part of the values of all the businesses that we have. And so they slowly start to learn the things I know, and then they get more productive and better. And it just starts to scale and get bigger and bigger. I think I don't have room for anything else. I'm a mom of 3 kids, right? Like married, still have a life, still want to do things for myself. And so that's really what it's all about, and how this all started, and why I see so many people stuck and burnt out and overwhelmed and, you know, trying a million things and adding band-aids to their problems and never taking the time that it takes, because it does take time, and it takes focus and attention to pull back for a second and really look at what's happening and then make the tweaks and changes. I mean, even as simple as this last week, I spent about 4 hours going through my Google Drive. My Google Drive has been a jumbled mess of 3 years, okay? It took me 4 hours to go through the whole thing, and I got rid of so much clutter, and now I find things in seconds, and I found gems that I forgot about, and I was like, I don't need all this crap. This is just clogging all my mental space and making it harder for me to find things, right? So even if I stepped back, now I'm more efficient and more productive. So
which I love that, because okay, so let's actually bring it back, and why when you and I talked about bringing you as a speaker at B-Run, because I think that people are like, oh, you know, they're friends, so she's a speaker, but people have no idea what you bring to the table, and I want to kind of marry it with personal branding. 100%. So when we start bringing our brand, and you actually goes back to that lunch, right? And all of a sudden, people know you, and you have more clients, and you're making more clients, and now you're busy. Now you have the busy badge. All of a sudden, it starts getting hard. And that is where somebody like Cassidy comes in, and he's like, okay, where can you actually gain more time? Because the whole idea of your personal brand is that you attract more clients, you make more money, you are the go-to, all the things that you hear me talk all the time. But if you're doing that and then your service is suffering, you can actually scale because you don't have more time to bring any more clients. What is the whole fucking point?
Right. And I think what happens is we also lose sight of why we started what we started, and what is that brand, and what are those values that you hold true, and you know, everything that is that you wanted to create, because you're getting distracted by shiny objects, and you're following somebody here and you see somebody else doing something, or you learned of a new thing, they're like, I should be doing that too, and you just spread yourself so thin. And what I do with clients, and what I hope to do also at this event, is I'm going to get very micro on one topic, but bringing you back to center and bringing you back to understanding, why did you start this business? And I know that's something you talk a lot about, because it is your brand. It has to start with your brand, who you are, what's the extension of who you are and what you do, who are you trying to serve? Because when you kind of get far removed from it, when you're starting to scale and sell and do all these things, and you get all these ideas and get excited, but you clog and you cloud like what the initial starting point was, or the foundation of what it is. So.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I had a conversation this morning with a group of ladies. I did a training for a mastermind, and I was telling them that the reason why you actually also chose the business you're doing over something else, right? We could all be doing anything, but there was something that sparked your interest, your passion, the reason why you're doing what you're doing, besides the money that you can make, or having time and freedom, or leaving your job. There is a reason why you're actually passionate about this one thing. And that is the foundation that actually makes you different. That's your story and the reason why you're doing what you're doing. And I think that you actually touch on something that it goes back to system, but the same with branding, which is people are not taking the time to work on their business. They're not looking at their business. I mean, how can I make this better? How can I communicate better? How can my messaging be better? And people are constantly like going, right? So I love the idea of people coming to be brand and really working on themselves on day one, which we all know, mindset, somatic work, money mindset, all that stuff. But then getting on the nitty gritty, what can they take away so they get home and they actually can take maybe a day or two, pick one or two things that they're going to absolutely optimize in their business.
Yeah. So are you asking me what I am going to hopefully bring to the table, or just in general?
You pick.
Okay, so just real quick, general wise, yes, theory is wonderful, right? Learning all the things is amazing. But if you come to an event and you don't take anything away, and that Monday morning you show back up in your business and you're doing everything exactly the same, then you've just wasted a whole weekend, right? Yeah. So definitely want that tactical, systematic, what can I actually do now that I have this knowledge? How do I put this into practice? So we're going from theory to practice. And what I want to go micro in is something that's a really big part of my life, my brand, who I am, and where I think I do excel is productivity. But all the productivity that I'm going to be talking about and kind of showing you my system, all is based off of my priorities and off my brand and off my values, right? So
God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and so I'm basically going to be sharing with you my winning your week routine and the system I use to make sure my time is going where it needs to go, that it's focused, it's not distracted, that I'm taking action and getting the stuff done that I need to get done, and that I feel good about where my time's going, so that when I have free time, I can be present and I can do the things that matter to me in my life. So you will learn the winning your week system, and I think that's going to be super easy for you to take and start implementing in your life day one, back at the business, back in life. And I hope that if anything, it just gives you the focus and attention you need on the things that are important, and then frees you up to enjoy the stuff you built your business for, right?
Because at the end of the day, right, we all want to have businesses so we can like impact the world and live our best life.
Right.
Like that, at the end of the day, we all want the same.
Yep.
Right?
100%.
Oh my God, I love that. So for those of you that you just join us, I see Lucy, I see Boss to Boss. Ladies, Cassie is going to be speaking on day 2. She's going to be sharing her formula for winning the week. Actually, I don't know that. I have never seen that topic from you, and so I'm super excited. And why do you think, and I kind of know your answer, this is cheating, but like that building a personal brand is so important?
I think the first part of business is awareness. If you can't get awareness of your brand, what you do, who you do it for, and you can't attract leads, you can't attract people to do business with you, they don't even know what you're doing, so they can't even decide they want to do business with you, you don't have a business. So you having that personal brand and you working on your branding is more important than the marketing plan, the avenues you use to get that brand out there. Like I see so many business owners, and I made this mistake too, okay? So many business owners spending thousands of dollars a month on marketing, having these big, massive marketing plans, and they don't even have a solid brand. Yeah. So I'm curious to know, what is it that you're talking about in your marketing? If you don't have a brand, your marketing is falling on deaf ears, right? And first, if we don't have any lead flow into our business, we don't have a business. Some businesses have a ton of lead flow. They have a workflow problem. That's where I come in. I help you with the workflow to help you scale. But you have the lead flow first, which is the reason why most businesses fail. It's probably because you don't have a strong enough brand, and that starts with having a strong personal brand. And most of our businesses today, they start off with a personal brand. You may eventually, like in my insurance business, I am not a personal branded insurance.
But you
I used to
be at the beginning.
To be, right? And I was the face, I was the name, I was the person. Now I've been able to scale it to more of an agency where people don't really know I'm behind the scenes. But you have to start with a personal brand, because people, you guys have heard Ati talk about this, know, like, trust. They choose to do business with you for a reason until you get big enough where your brand is your entire business and not just you. So personal brand is the first and most important thing you have to work on in your business. after you've decided what it is that you do and the goals and the vision that you have for your business. Next thing is your brand.
Well, and what I love is like, and I'm kind of going to walk people through a little bit of like your own journey, which is like, you have been able, you're very well known on the insurance industry, but now you're kind of pivoting to help business owners in general, because what you teach is applicable to anybody. And you actually have 4 other businesses besides a insurance agency. So, and that is because your reputation and your brand precedes you, right? So you're able to pivot because you have brought people into your journey with you, and you have shown them your own growth and your own know, like, and trust. So people can follow you depending from business to business, depending on what they're interested in.
Right. And honestly, it's a topic we talked about too, right? I was going a lot more broad before I kind of started into the online consulting, business consulting stuff. And you helped me niche down. And so, you know, that's something that I think, and I knew this, but it was hard for me to just like make that decision, because when it's a brand, you're putting yourself on a platter. It's uncomfortable. It's, you know, it's not something that's easy to do, but it has to get done. Like, you've got what you have to work through to get yourself out there and put yourself out there. And
that's why we're doing mindset and somatic work on day one.
Yeah, so important. And honestly, at the end of the day, like, just rip the Band-Aid off. You're not going to die. You're going to be fine. You're going to go live. We haven't gone live in a while, and it still feels uncomfortable for us sometimes. And we're on camera all the time, right? So in the beginning, like, it's going to be weird, awkward, whatever. But if you don't do the work, you're not going to have the business. So what matters more, right? And so when I first started, I started in the insurance space, working as a business consultant in the insurance space, because that's my background. I had an audience already. It was kind of the first place to go. And as people started seeing me, even though they weren't in the insurance business, but they were business owners, they started reaching out to me and asking me for help. I mean, I market to women, and men message me all the time. They're like, do you work with men? And I'm like, yes, I do. But I'm trying to empower women. So it doesn't mean, you know, anything wrong. But like, people will still reach out to you even if you niche down. But your personal brand has to be very specific at first, and then you can grow and you can scale.
Yeah, well, you and me, we share that. I know there is a ton of gurus out there that tell you to, oh, you can be multi-passionate. I'm like, yeah, you can be multi-passionate, but people need to understand how you can help them. And that's something that I can't get past when I see all these other people talking about like a million things. I'm like, I don't know what you do. Yeah. Right? But I'm so excited.
So, you know,
to have you as a speaker and to really host you and to have my people really watch you shine and to learn from you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll be there all weekend. You can't get rid of me. I'm not coming just on the second day. So for all of you coming, come say hi, come hang out. I'm super easy to approach and have a good time. Like, this is going to be so much fun. So
I love it.
I'm like, is it time yet? I'm excited. Let's do this.
Yeah. And then for those of your followers and your watchers that are watching this, you have a 10% discount. I didn't even know if you know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have a link. So if you want to come to Be Real Live September 29th and 30th, get your ticket through Cassidy. She has a coupon code for you, and we can't wait to see you there.
Yep, I will be also, if you're watching this and you're on my email list, you'll be getting a copy of this video plus the links, all the stuff. And if you need the information, just send me a DM and we'll get you taken care of. Hopefully you come. It's going to be so much fun. Come meet me. Come hang out with Ati and all the amazing ladies that are also some of my friends and some of the people I'm excited to meet. So please come. You will not regret it. It's going to be amazing. And even if you've never met us, we have our arms open to embrace you. Come alone. Come with your bestie. Whatever you got to do.
Like, Wake is watching. I know she has her ticket already.
Yay.
Yeah, I am so excited. She's coming from Florida, from Tampa.
That's awesome. Amazing.
Yeah, so excited. Thank you, Cassidy.
Bye, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.